We can't name three greatest NBA players of all time without naming LeBron James. The NBA star has shunned the world with some incredible and magnificent displays on the court. But what about his lifestyle outside the court? How much money does he have? Join us till the end of this video if you really want to know about LeBron James's lifestyle and net worth. Early life. James was born to Gloria Marie James, who was 16 at the time of his birth on December 30th, 1984 in Akron, Ohio. Anthony McClelland, his father, had a lengthy criminal history and was not actively engaged in his life. While James was growing up, the family's life was sometimes difficult as they traveled from apartment to apartment in Akron's seedier districts while Gloria battled to find consistent employment. Gloria agreed to let James move in with the family of Frank Walker, a local youth football coach who introduced James to basketball when he was only 9 years old. Gloria saw that her son would thrive in a more secure family setting. James signed up for basketball leagues in his 5th grade year. Later, he played basketball with the Northeast Ohio Shooting Stars in the Amateur Athletic Union, AAU. James and his buddies, Sion Cotton, Drew Joyce III, and Willie McGee, led the group to local and national fame. The foursome nicknamed themselves the Fab Four, and they agreed to go to high school together. They made the controversial decision to enroll at St. Vincent St. Mary High School, a private Catholic institution with a mostly white student body. Personal life. On September 14, 2013, James tied the knot with Savannah James, his high school love, in San Diego, California. They have 3 kids, a girl named Zuri and 2 boys named Bronny and Bryce. James lived in Coconut Grove while playing for the Heat, where he spent $9 million on a 3-story estate with views of Biscayne Bay. James spent around $21 million for a 9,350 square foot property in Brentwood, Los Angeles in November 2015. James also has a house in Brentwood that he paid $23 million for in December of 2017. James allegedly spends $1.5 million a year on physical therapy, personal cooks, and sports trainers as part of his extensive investment in his health. He has a rigorous training routine and follows nutritional guidelines that people would not associate with a great athlete. Kyle Korver claims that James's training regimen is unmatched, while Tristan Thompson claims that James eats dessert with every meal. Every night, James drinks wine because he thinks it's beneficial for his heart. James's right side of his jaw had a tumor, which Cleveland clinical medical professionals found in January of 2009. James had a 5-hour operation to a benign jaw tumor, primarily in his parotid gland, removed on June 2nd after the conclusion of the Cavaliers' 2009 postseason run, according to the findings of a biopsy. Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, and former Heat colleague Dwayne Wade are James's closest buddies in the NBA. The group has been called the Banana Boat Crew. James saved Anthony from the ocean on a trip to the Bahamas when Anthony was swept away from the boat by the current. Anthony subsequently recalled the incident during an Instagram live session, saying, "He saved my life." When questioned about Anthony's level of risk before the rescue, James replied, "To be honest, I'm not sure what to say. Obviously, I'm simply relieved that he is still alive." Public image. James was regarded as the face of the NBA by many people, including his NBA teammates by the year 2015. He pushed Commissioner Adam Silver to extend the All-Star break in 2014, and the proposal was approved the following season, demonstrating the power of his thoughts on those who make crucial league decisions. On February 13, 2015, James was chosen the first vice president of the National Basketball Players Association, NBPA. James has often been recognized as one of the most important athletes in the world by Forbes, and in 2017, he was included in Time's list of the 100 most influential people in the world. Locals idolized him during his first season with the Cavaliers, and Sherwin-Williams proudly displayed a huge James banner made by Nike on its global headquarters. James, wearing a Yankees cap when he went to a Cleveland Indians baseball game against the New York Yankees, regularly infuriated Cleveland fans and detractors, despite their admiration for him. He was rated as one of the most despised athletes in the United States as a result of his behavior during the 2010 free agency period and the decision. By 2013, he had mostly repaired his reputation, and for the second time in his career, according to ESPN, he was the most well-liked NBA player. He was recognized by the Harris poll in 2014 as the most well-liked male athlete in America. 6 times he has been the league leader in jersey sales. James-related memorabilia is highly prized. Two of his rookie cards are among the most expensive basketball cards ever sold at auction, and one of those cards temporarily held the record for the most expensive sports card of the modern era when it sold for $1.8 million at an auction in July of 2020. The next month, a rookie card featuring Mike Trout set a new standard for contemporary cards. The NBA and the NBPA sold all of the jerseys from the 2020 NBA All-Star Game at auction to raise money for charity. LeBron James's jersey established a record price for a contemporary sports jersey when it went for $630,000. James appeared with Gisele Bündchen on the cover of Vogue in March of 2008, making him the first black male and the third man overall after Richard Gere and George Clooney to do so. In reaction, Jemele Hill said that the cover was insulting and memorable for the wrong reasons, comparing James's behavior and how he was holding Bündchen to the iconic image of the movie monster King Kong, a dark savage grabbing his fair-skinned love interest. Net worth and assets. LeBron James, 18-time NBA All-Star, 4-time NBA champion, and 2-time gold medalist in the Olympics, has achieved yet another milestone by accomplishing an unheard-of feat in the NBA. James has reportedly officially become a billionaire while still playing basketball, according to Forbes, after another record-breaking year of earnings which totaled $121.2 million before taxes and agents' fees over the previous 12 months. According to Forbes, the superstar's net worth is $1 billion. James is the first current NBA player to enter the Billionaires list, missing the playoffs this year for only the 4th time in 19 seasons. Michael Jordan, the only other basketball billionaire, didn't reach that mark until 2014, more than 10 years after he retired, owing to a smart investment in the Charlotte Hornets basketball franchise. It's undoubtedly my greatest accomplishment, to grow my company as much as possible. And should I obtain it and should I also happen to be a millionaire athlete, hey, hurrah, hurrah! Oh my God, I'm going to be happy, said James. James has successfully maximized his company, resulting in pre-tax profits of more than $1.2 billion. The Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, and Los Angeles Lakers have given him more than $385 million in compensation, making him the highest-paid active player in the NBA. He has earned over $900 million off the court via sponsorship deals and other commercial endeavors. At the age of 18, he signed his first contract with Nike, notably turning down offers from Reebok and Adidas in favor of what he believed to be the more reliable, long-term business partner. A wise choice, as he signed a lifetime contract with Nike in late 2015 after more than 10 years of success, which will pay him tens of millions of dollars per year. He was the second highest earning athlete in the world last year owing to Nike, along with endorsement agreements with companies like AT&T, PepsiCo, and Walmart. Real estate. James had long since been living the high life. At least 3 properties worth a combined $80 million are in his ownership. He constructed a $10 million estate close to Akron, Ohio, his hometown. In 2017, he paid $23 million for an 8-bedroom mansion in the affluent Brentwood district of Los Angeles. A 13,000-square-foot Beverly Hills house was his most recent indulgence. James spent $36.75 million purchasing the 1930s Hilltop house, which he already demolished in order to build his own palace. Blaze Pizza. James has invested his whole life in Blaze Pizza for many years, including working behind the counter and going door to door to distribute pies to spread the word about the company. It's easy to understand his passion. In 2012, he allegedly spent less than $1 million for a 10% stake in the made-to-order assembly line-style pizza restaurant. Since then, it has expanded to more than 300 company-owned and franchised locations throughout the United States and Canada. Forbes pegs the value of James's interest in the business at roughly $30 million, plus his minor share of the 18 Blaze franchise locations operated by a restaurateur, Larry Levy, in Florida and Illinois. Cash and other assets. Even after taking into account managers, agents, attorneys, and a superstar's spending habits, Forbes still estimates James has more than $500 million in net assets over and above what is indicated above. It is costly to live like LeBron. This includes earnings from significant deals such as the $3 billion sale of Beats by Dre to Apple in 2014. James was a spokesperson and owned a tiny portion of this company, as well as shares of publicly traded fitness company Beachbody, which acquired Ladder, the sports nutrition company James co-founded with Arnold Schwarzenegger in 2020 for $28 million in stock. Well, that's how big LeBron really is. He isn't just wealthy, he's a billionaire in dollars. What do you have to say about LeBron's fortune? Let us know in the comment section below.